So what are your favorite plants at the ranch right now?
That's a toughie. I mean, June is a really magical time here at the ranch. A lot of these plants are like old friends, you know, given the cyclical nature of the business, it's seasonal. A lot of these plants I don't get to see for months at a time. So yeah, there's a lot of really great plants right now. Probably my number one favorite right now would be hardy bananas. They're so fun to watch. They add such a tropical look to the landscape. And they're winter hardy. What's not to love about that? So Canary Wings begonia is actually my introduction, and I love seeing it in the landscape every year. It's so bright and electric. And again, just an old friend. I patented this plant several years ago, and every year it continues to amaze me with how bright and colorful and durable it is. I guess right now, one of my favorite grasses here at the ranch would be our little blue stem. Really pretty blue native grass, kind of umber color in the fall. It wouldn't be June without coreopsis. Definitely some of the more underrated perennials in the landscape. Super hardy plants. And the closest thing you're going to get to annual color on a perennial plant, such a long bloom time. I love them. I'm really a fan of the Uptick series. This is Uptick Red. Uptick Golden Bronze is another favorite. And here's a great old friend. This is Tequila Sunrise. This was actually found and introduced by my friend Ken Smith. In Canto Falls hanging baskets, these orange waterfall type hanging baskets, these are unbelievable begonias, wonderful bloomers. And as you can see, they're just loaded with color. And we tend to have these for a fairly limited amount of time. And I just love what they bring to the ranch. They bring so much warmth. Allium Millennium, an old friend now. It's been out on the market a few years. This plant is so durable. Beautiful flowers. It's one of the first plants to come up in the spring, one of the last to go down at the end of the season, and totally deer resistant. This is just one that I always love seeing as it starts to begin blooming. Butterfly bushes. We knocked it out of the park this year with butterfly bush. Some premium varieties, probably my favorites are the Cascades. They have these huge cascading flowers, and they're some of the nicest butterfly bushes that I've ever seen in my career. We're on the cusp of daylily season right now. So daylilies are getting ready to pop. Here in another week, 2 weeks, we're gonna be loaded with daylily colors. And I'm really happy with the varieties that we have this year, so I'm loving the daylilies. Hostas in general, there are countless hostas here on the grounds, and our hosta selection in the store is wonderful. So June is just a great time of year for hostas. They look at peak. They don't really get better than they are in June. Asiatic lilies and tall garden lilies, I think, are a bit underappreciated. They do tend to have fairly short bloom times, but their durability and longevity are not to be argued with. These plants can last for decades in the ground, and they're so electric with so many different colors and sizes to choose from. Brunnera is a fantastic shade plant, and if you can't grow hostas because of your deer pressure, you might look at Brunnera. This is one I always love in June. Again, the plants look perfect. They're just like the hostas in their, perfect uniformity, and the color looks great on them. But again, these are plants that'll live for decades in the ground. I would say a new friend this year would be Kufia cherry bells. This is a very orange cigar plant, or Kufia. And I'd say this is a new friend because it is such a hummingbird magnet, and look at the performance of it. This table is just electric orange. I'm really liking this one. June is perennial gardening month. I'd say these are probably my favorites for today. Just taking a quick look around the nursery.